Hey everyone, welcome back to Healing Growth. The place to be to unpack all those messy, complicated relationships we find ourselves in. I'm your host, and I've been there too.
And I'm here with ya and ready to sort through all that relationship stuff. Breakups happen to just about everyone.
They do. It's like one of those universal experiences, right?
It is.
But that doesn't make it any easier when it's happening to you.
No, definitely not.
Heartbreak can feel like the end of the world.
It really can. But we're here to help you rebuild after, all that emotional turmoil.
Totally. And this might sound a bit counterintuitive, but the first step is actually to really lean into all those messy, uncomfortable feelings.
Yeah, I can imagine a lot of people try to just push those feelings down and move on ASC.
Right? It seems easier.
It does, but think of it like trying to force a giant beach ball underwater. It takes a ton of energy, and it's going to pop back up eventually with even more force.
Oh, I love that analogy. That's so spot on.
So yeah, instead of fighting those feelings, just let yourself grieve, Cry it out, journal, talk to a therapist. Sometimes can help to write a letter to your ex.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Get all those feelings out, but don't actually send it. It's a safe way to process those emotions without causing more drama.
Yeah, it's like you're giving yourself permission to actually feel the whole range of your emotions without any judgment.
Exactly. Honesty with yourself, that's the foundation for healing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So speaking of honesty, let's talk about the next step, breaking the attachment,
Okay.
which I got to say can be super tough. It's got to be more than just unfollowing them on social media, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. It goes way deeper than that. It's about letting go of that fantasy of the relationship, all those what ifs and could have beens. We have to acknowledge that clinging to that perfect picture of the past is actually what's stopping us from moving on.
Okay. So how do we actually start detaching from those thoughts? It's so easy to get stuck replaying all those old memories over and over again.
It is. One really helpful way is to replace those thought patterns with something new and exciting, something that can really grab your attention. So instead of scrolling through those old photos, maybe pick up a new hobby, something you've always been curious about. Or try volunteering your time. Helping others can be incredibly healing.
Yeah, it's all about creating new experiences, new memories to fill that space. And, it's interesting because sometimes after a breakup, it can feel like you've lost a piece of yourself.
Right.
It's like your identity got all mixed up in the relationship.
Absolutely. That's where redefining your identity comes in. Relationships can become so intertwined with who we are that we can lose sight of ourselves outside of them.
It's like you've been playing a role in a play for so long that when the curtain falls, you forget who you are off stage.
Exactly. Think about what truly brings you joy, what you were passionate about before the relationship. Was there a hobby you gave up or a dream you put on hold? Now is the perfect time to rediscover those things. It's like finding your own personal compass again.
It's about reclaiming your story, your individuality. And while you're doing that, it's so important to rebuild your confidence too.
Oh yeah, for sure. Breakups can really take a toll on our self-esteem, but we have to remember that our worth isn't tied to someone else's opinion of us.
Couldn't agree more. So how can we start rebuilding that confidence when we're feeling not so confident?
Start with small wins. Celebrate those little victories, like finishing a tough project, sticking to a workout routine, or even just making it through a rough day. Surround yourself with those supportive people who lift you up. And never forget, you are whole and worthy exactly as you are, no matter your relationship status.
That's such a powerful reminder. Okay, so as we start to feel more like ourselves again, it's time to look ahead to the future.
Yeah, and setting new goals is a great way to channel all that energy into positive growth. This isn't about proving anything to anyone else. It's about investing in your own happiness and personal development.
It's about becoming the best version of you, not for anyone else, but for yourself. And you know what? Maybe one day you'll look back at this time and see it as the starting point for something truly incredible.
I think so. You might even find yourself grateful for the lessons you've learned.
Yeah, you never know. Of course, real healing isn't always a straight line. There are going to be ups and downs.
Totally. Think of it like climbing a mountain. There will be steep parts and moments when you need to rest and catch your breath.
It's a journey.
It is. Be patient with yourself, trust the process, and you'll reach the summit.
Love that. So before we wrap up, we'd love to hear from you all. What have your own experiences with heartbreak taught you? Share your insights in the comments below. And if you found this deep dive helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more content on relationships and personal growth. We'll catch you in the next one.
See ya.